Let's be on our way. Already like 30 degrees here. It's hot as balls. I bought some new gloves, by the way. Thank you for asking. I bought the thinnest pairs that had a CE1 rating and a palm protector that I could find. Because I figured Nha Trang is probably the best place to buy something like this. All the cities I'm visiting after this for quite some time, anywhere between small and smaller. So here's what's on the agenda for today. I want to try and get to Hoi An. Always double check, always triple check, always quadruple check. Now, Nha Trang is still very much in the south. I wouldn't even call Nha Trang Central Coast. I'm gonna be on the other side. Here we go. Perfect. So from Nha Trang to Hoi An is about roughly, give or take, 600 kilometers, given I don't do anything too stupid and take a bunch of detours, which likely to happen. There's a few smaller fishing towns on the way. Probably gonna have to stop at maybe 2 or 3 of them. 2 is the goal, which means I'll do 200, 200, and then another 200 to get into Hoi An. Or I can do 3, which means I can break it up into 150 kilometer legs, which is probably more likely than what I've got planned. Long-term planning aside, the important part is that I find breakfast and don't die of heat stroke. It's gonna get to 32. I want to get some travel in before it reaches 32 and the heat sets into the asphalt. Once the heat starts coming up, game over. Like seriously, you may as well just throw your hands up and jump into the nearest body of water. Look at that beauty. What a nice cliffside and the seaside. That's a nice cafe bar with the view. Hanoi. 1,261 kilometers to Hanoi if I just follow the highway. That doesn't seem too daunting actually. From Auckland, the city I live in, and to Wellington, the city my sister used to live in, and then back halfway. I could have done that in a day back home. Am I insane? Probably. Betty here changes a lot of things, you know. Oh yeah, I've decided that the cop's name is Betty because my bike back home, the DR650, is Bertha, as in Big Fat Bertha, and I thought Betty is the only appropriate name. Oh. I thought he wanted to talk to me or something. What these are? Settle down. I thought there was a dead dog on the side of the road. No, it's just someone's fur coat. Why you would have a fur coat in the middle of a Vietnamese summer is beyond me, but... Good day, sir. How you going? The heat has started hitting really hard. There's not a cloud in the sky. And oh man, I feel like I'm getting burned right through my clothes. At least the heat coming off the asphalt's not so bad yet. I just gotta keep moving for a little bit more. Then I've gotta stop for food and hydration. And it's getting to that point where I can't just force it. So apparently they sold out. So I guess I'm not eating here. I gotta go somewhere else. They must be really, really out because the dude just rolled in with a motorcycle full of dead chickens. Not even feathered. I don't know why they created an artificial washboard here. It's really uncomfortable. You know what? It's to stop people from speeding because this is the straightest, longest stretch of straight road I've seen in a while. Looks like I've joined up with the Reunification Express Railway again. A big railway going all the way through, right along the highway. Genuinely kind of bored out of my mind. I get this back home too, because like, there's only so much you can sit on State Highway number 1, you know? Oh my god. This one even has number 1 on the name. I'm kind of getting to the point where my brain's like almost shut off. Only thing keeping me sane is the music. I just know that after next town is another section of unavoidable highway. I don't know, unless I want to start turning this thing into an amphibious vehicle. There's a coastal route that I can go in lieu of the highway. So hopefully that will engage my brain a little bit. I don't get enough sleeping or anything last night either. I went to bed nice and early. Okay, here's the other thing keeping me sane. Sometimes the road turns a little inwards. And you get this beautiful view of the mountain ranges. That's a nice looking mountain, you know. Bike's going to be on the inside, I guess. Okay. Oh, I don't get this because okay, so I'm going to be on this side now. I don't get this construction. Are there any rules? What are the rules? That's a bit of an issue. My horn's not working. The horn in Vietnam is very important. That's how you tell people that you're about to pass them, and that please don't swerve to the left as you pass them. There's a few things I've noticed with this bike that I might give attention to or might not, depending on how I feel about the timing. It's like all things considered, they're mostly. I mean, I could probably yell louder than this horn, right? It's probably burned out. Let's be honest. There's a few other things, like I'm pretty sure the vacuum seal, when the bike's turned off, is leaking. So there's a very slight trickle into the bowl of the carburetor when the bike's on. And the bike has a hard time starting when I leave it sitting for a day. Which doesn't happen very often, right? I don't let it sit for very long. What was the other thing? I think it had bad fuel in it at some point. Because as soon as I put new fuel in it, Petrolimex, it's running really good now. But before that, it was kind of having this jerky throttle movement occasionally. Like at about 3/4 to full open throttle in 3rd and 4th gear, kind of stall a little bit and not go smoothly. That tells me that there's either an issue with the fuel supply or that there was bad fuel in it and it doesn't want to burn properly. So I think I'll cycle through that. Hopefully it's fine. Maybe at the next time I ask the mechanic to chuck some fresh spark plugs in or whatever. Because if it was running, if it did have a flooded float bowl, it probably was running quite rich. And I think I was running really rich when I was up in the mountains anyway. So spark plugs are cheap. Engines are a little bit more expensive. Hey, at least while I was blabbing on about that, I seem to have arrived somewhere. I don't know where. Barber shop. Don't know what that is. There's a bag shop. Pomga, yes. Are you open though? Doesn't look like it. Pom Swan? Yeah. Okay. That looks great. There's chicken over there. What's this stuffed cucumber I saw in Fangran once? Like, this is really bitter. Like this soup, really bitter. Like goes really well with the broken rice. Alright, shall we go? I am stuffed. Goodbye, small town. The real reason I bought gloves is because, well, new gloves anyway, since I lost my other pair, is actually more to do with UV protection than anything else. I noticed that my hands were getting like just burnt to a crisp. Especially on days like this where not a single drop of shadow to be found, or a cloud to be found. So Buddha, watching over the rice fields. That's really cool. Hope he gives me safe travels. I like these small towns. This is I guess you could call it a highway bypass, but in the opposite meaning to what you usually mean by that. Because I'm bypassing the highway by going on this road instead. This road runs parallel. I figured this is better scenery than any highway could ever provide for me. Love these old houses and the buildings and the people. All the bikes. What's up, buddy? Aside from the heat, I could wander the Vietnamese countryside for months, I think, and I'd be happy. There's just something so beautiful about it. That's beautiful. Wouldn't be a Vietnamese road trip without some off-roading, eh? Well, this is an interesting one. Right. So I get to pull over. Get all that dust. And doesn't everybody have washdown procedures? Is it that difficult to spray water on stuff? Hey, it's a train tracks. Oh. always double check before you cross. Ah, damn it. I get back on the highway. I don't think I'm really gonna do more than like 150 today, honestly. Like, the first big town I come across, I'll just probably stop there. Huey, 557. Hey! Well, Hoi An's like a bit before Huey, so... Oh, maybe it wasn't 600. Maybe it's 600 kilometers to Huey? Huey? Who? Hugh? I guess I got a little less to go then. I wish I was here around harvest season. Seeing this whole field golden, oh, oh that would make me feel things. This has been my view for far too long. I mean, at what point do I just flag down a truck and just ask them if I could put my bike on the back? Still red. Lots of chairs. I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I know for sure I can't go on this one. CP01. Something expressway. Yeah.
100 mét rẽ phải.
Okay, perfect. I don't get how this road works. I see a bike up there, so I must not fucked it up. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, more bikes. Perfect. Hopefully it just means that there's less trucks and stuff along this road. I mean, this isn't a good sign, but you know, hopefully it means there's less trucks because they're all taking the faster route. Oh, really opens up now. This entire town smells like the sea. As soon as I came into the strip of township, just got hit with the fish smell. Wish I could have stayed at the cafe for like, I don't know, a day. The heat really sucks your will to do anything. Anyway, I must press on. I'm already feeling this way. I might just settle for the next big town and see. But you think it's gonna be Tuihoa? It isn't actually that far. Go there, lay my head. Let's see if I can spot one. I think the road is so hot. The tar has actually remelted and is squeezing out of some parts of the road. Is that serious? Can the road actually get that hot? It's too hot to like actually go up there, but it's a pretty neat monument. Really just came to have a look at the views. This place is nice. As shallow waters, inwards bay, there should be very little waves. This is a great beach for kids. Seemed like a pretty good place for an ice cream and a drink. It's been like 20 minutes since when I stopped for coffee. stopping every 20 minutes isn't so bad. It's probably impossible to make up, but that whole section of the water is just covered in fishing boats and fishing farms. Yeah, this whole area, I think, was like a staging area for military ships back in the day as well. There's like a little museum with pictures in there. I mean, it's very well sheltered, very calm. Little wind, 20 minutes riding, 30 minutes rest. Let's go for another 20 minutes of riding, eh? This is steep, like quite steep. Also, I never learned my lesson. I think I should be alright. I'm actually not too far. I must be what, like 20 k's tops to the other side. This was like halfway point. Probably even less. That's like my New Zealand estimate. Vietnam estimate, probably like 15. This is I love a lot of tour buses. Just like a popular spot or it's a nice white sand beach, but there's literally nothing here other than fishing boats. So, well, I wonder what people are doing here. Fishing boat charter? Seafood extravaganza? Oh yeah, there you go. Hoi 19 Ks. There's probably fuel there. There wasn't fuel at the last town, so I don't think there's fuel there. As experience has told me, red means I can do another like 20k. It's not even that red. I should not be getting too complacent with the food. I can see myself really regretting some life choices. Oh my god. That's beautiful.
Bye. Good night.
Man, that stretch of sand is insane. I'll take a bike down it. It's deep soft stuff though. Beauty. Man, that wind is nice. Get some wind through my hair. There's actually a lot of crosswinds here. This bike weighs anywhere between nothing and not much. It just wants to send me straight into the railings. This fuel needle has become a bit of a running theme in my travels, because it has nicely settled into the E, which stands for empty, you dumbass, fuel up before it happens. Luckily it's still running, so hopefully there's a fuel station not too far away. Oh my god, the wind is actively trying to push me off the bridge or into the oncoming traffic. I do not like that. That's okay. Can't behave yourself. Holy moly, place that seems to be selling fuel. Okay, so if I read the map right, which how can you not? I'm looking at Google Maps. Just up ahead is Tui Hoa, and just seeing how nice the stretch of the coastline is, I reckon I'll stay here for at least a night. Maybe 2 even. Maybe 3. Do I do that joke again where I spoke about getting married? Look, I kind of want to explore. It seems pretty cool. It seems really chill. And that gives me just small town vibes. And it's about 3 o'clock, so I'm happy to like find a place to stay, drop anchor for the night, go chill somewhere with air conditioning for a couple of nights until the sun starts going down, and then explore the coastline, that sort of thing. I'm fairly certain like actual Tui Hoa township is another about 10 to 15 kilometers. Fuck yeah, do I want to take a bike out there? If I can, that seems like a hell of a lot of fun. Oh, there's white road. It's reflecting a lot of sunlight back at me. Ah, my eyes actually hurt. I need sunglasses. Must be getting near civilization, like a bigger town, if I'm starting to see stoplights and sculptures down for Tui. Oh yeah, Tui Hoa City. Oh, it's not a township, it's a city. Okay. I'm just excited that it's a city because that means there's probably gonna be more choices for me to pick my lodging out from. There has to be like a little cluster of hotels and stuff. There usually are. It's a long bridge. Like a really long bridge. Looks pretty sizable. There's a row of hotels. Okay. Oh, alright, some of these look a little worse for wear, but I'm sure I'll be able to find somewhere that picks my fancy. Okay, found a place to stay. Looks pretty nice, right? Yeah, no. It's actually right in front of another hotel. Found another place with $250 a night. Anyway, it's got AC, a clean looking bathroom. Good enough to me. There we go. It's not bad, is it? Very little money. You know, well, it's gonna say a balcony, but it doesn't actually seem accessible. That's fine. Roadside view, AC, a fan, a TV, which I never use, a desk in the worst place because it doesn't have a power pot right next to it, and clean looking bathroom. More than good enough for me. Oh, and a clothes rack. Oh, and well, that doesn't seem like mine. But anyway, okay, let me unpack, have a shower. Something on the bike felt really off, so I stopped. And look, this thing's flat, like really flat. Oh, that's probably why. Look at that bastard. Ah, son of a... I wonder how long it's been flat for. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a pinch there as well. This is a tube tire. I'm gonna go find a Suazi. Okay, so rear has a flat. I'm just gonna have to go real slow. The mechanic can just replace a tube. It's a tube tire. That sidewall slash doesn't look very nice though. You probably can't tell through the camera, but I'm just like kind of going yeah, this can't be good for the bike. I'm not walking this thing, not in this heat. There's one like a kilometer away, so just gotta go there and see. I checked the tires this morning while I was checking the oil and checking the lights before I left, and it was fine before I left. And to be honest, I have ran bikes with punctured inner tubes for like several hundred kilometers before I even noticed before. But that was on the DR on the Shinkos, and those things have really, really strong sidewalls. I'm hoping that it didn't get to a point where I like dented the rim or anything. Fingers crossed. Yeah, there's one. There's a mechanic over there. Tons of bikes parked outside. Yep, this thing's like flat as a washboard. Granite plate? I'm a fucking machinist. Like, I should know flat things. Okay, I guess that's done and all sorted somehow. So, whoa, yeah, it's properly fixed. What the? Let me explain to you what happened, what I just witnessed. I just witnessed magic. So I roll my bike in and I tell him using Google Translate, hey, my rear's got a puncture, and the man gives me a thumbs up. And then guess what he does? He puts my bike on the center stand and he lights up a cigarette and he has my rear wheel off the bike before he finishes that cigarette. Then he lights up another cigarette and he has a tube out of the tire and has a patch in his hand and has the bloody thing patched before he finishes his second cigarette. And then he lights up a third cigarette and then slaps the wheel back on before the end of his third cigarette. He gave me two fingers and I was like, surely he means like 200,000. So I tried to give him 200,000 and he goes, no, 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 no. Apparently he wanted 20,000. Oh man, I feel human again. Here's clean. Oh my god, I gotta stop leaving the key in the bike. I'm surprised no one's stolen the fucking thing, honestly. It's a habit from, like, back in New Zealand, I usually go home and leave the key in the bike because I park down my driveway. Probably shouldn't be telling everybody this. And that's become such a habit. And I feel like if this gets stolen, it's probably never coming back. I can't imagine the police would really care too much about, oh, I left my key in the bike and someone took it. Frankly speaking, I think I need to get something to eat. I'll go to the beach. It's usually food at the beach. I would get my hair washed at one of these places every friggin' day if I could. I just don't really need it every day, obviously. So I've got another puncture. The last mechanic didn't take out the thing that was stuck in the tire, so I think the same thing's punctured the inner tube again. I've had to leave the bike at the shop for the time being because I was really hungry. And then next door there was a place that was selling tuna belly, which by that I'm pretty sure that's roe. So tuna roe noodles. Oh, that's delicious. Okay, greens. So yeah, it kind of sucks that the first mechanic didn't really look over the tire properly. I just kind of assumed he would get it. So with the second guy, I've had to be very meticulous in my Google translating. So hopefully it doesn't puncture again, but I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just get a new tire and a tube. I gotta keep touring, I can't stop here. This is the first puncture I've ever had in my entire time riding motorcycles. And that's probably because I actually carry a puncture repair kit wherever I go back in New Zealand. And now that I don't have one, because I get a puncture. But luckily it's very cheap here to get that fixed. Oh, that's amazing. I've never had this before, but I'm glad I did. I got very lucky with my motorcycle shop being right next to it. I think he sorted it out, hopefully. And hopefully it doesn't pop again. It didn't pop, it just like sliced itself. Also, this may be the most slippery surface known to mankind. Vietnamese sidewalk with water and oil. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now that tire actually feels like it's doing something. I was actually kind of concerned because I heard a lot of banging, and I don't know why you would need all that banging for when repairing a tire, but anyway, doesn't matter. That feels much better. I'm so tired right now, like first a ride and then having to visit a mechanic twice. I mean, yeah, I didn't do any work myself, but also like just mentally drained. I'm gonna go to the mart, pick some stuff up, pick up a drink, pick up some water. I need to hydrate myself. I've lost a lot of sweat today. And then I'm just gonna go back to my hotel and go to sleep. As much as I love to like bum around And there's definitely things to see here. Okay, temptation is strong. That's a cool roundabout. Looks like this is a big hangout spot. It's not next to the no parking sign, so it must be okay. Okay, let's see. There's definitely a lot less Russian everywhere. Still lots of Korean everywhere though. You know, sometimes I think I have a bit of a drinking problem. By the way, it's meant to be for 2 days. We'll see if it lasts me. Alright, good night. Oh, it's so much more relaxed here. I don't miss Nha Trang at all. This is the morning commute traffic on the main throughway. Roundabouts are about as usual. I love these. I just kind of think of this as like test of faith, right? You have faith, the guy who might run into you doesn't want to run into you as much as you don't want to run into him. Here we go. We're near a market, that's why. I like this. This is more manageable. Oh my god, you know what the big difference is? Is the lack of buses, the lack of tour buses that makes all the difference. Let's see, so $1 for this site. Not that anybody's checking for tickets. Thapnan Towers. It's an old Cham place of worship from like the 14th century or something like that. It's a bit of a climb apparently. Should have got my normal shoes out, not my riding boots. Oh, that's a great view. Yeah, that's the bridge I took yesterday. It says something about it being a super really long bridge, right? Yeah, that is super long. I just got asked if I could take some photos for some Vietnamese lady. It's pretty easy to tell what they're saying when they hand you a camera in it and point at the thing. Man, the view up here is striking. Look at the paddy fields in the distance there. It's a little temple next to... That's a temple to Guan Yin, I think. Right next to the Cham structure. And also right next to what appears to be... This looks like a World War II era pillbox. And... Well, this is clearly a water tank, but... Interesting. I had no idea that this part of... I mean, it would make sense. It's right by the coast. This would be a great lookout point. Isn't the deafening sound of nature nice? And there's like a monument here. So a monument celebrating the reunification of the South and the North. It's probably one hell of a sunset spot, actually. This whole little park's open till about 10:30, so presumably that's what a lot of people use it for as well. I got really hungry. There's a lady selling something at the temple. Of course, I don't understand what she was selling, but yeah, that's the freshly made tofu, soft tofu, with this sort of sweet, sour sauce. That's nice. It's more of a snack, but of course it's tofu. It's a temple. They can't sell meat. Can I? Yes. That's probably my favorite temple I've been to in a while. Just the right amount of showmanship. It's too hot to be doing anything. By the beach. I knew I should have come here at night. That is the cutest little lighthouse I've ever seen. First trying Vietnamese hot pot. Though it's a Thai style. It's meant to be tom yum, so bit of a mix. Maybe I should have gone for the beef broth. I don't know. Quite looking forward to it. I just wanted something hearty. Okay, I'm gonna go with vegetables in first so they can simmer. To the bottom you go. Oh, I put too much in. I do that always. And then just let this boil over. That's incredible. The fire went out like literally as I was wrapping up. Perfect. Looks like this place is full on tourist. Looks like internal tourism. I don't see Korean, Japanese, Chinese, or Russian. Alright, some sugarcane juice. Alright. Quite excited. Supposedly there's this kind of landscape only in 5 different places in the world or something like that. Like this is a very unique landscape. Ganda Dia. Okay. That's really cool. So obviously these aren't tiles, right? But they grow. Well, do rocks grow? I don't know how this forms. How does this happen? This is awesome. very hard to walk on these rocks because all of them are at an angle. And there's a lot of people. Holy fuck. So apparently, oh man, does that move around a lot? So apparently this is Vietnam's longest wooden bridge. And yeah, you can just ride on it. This is literally scarier than anything I've done in my entire life. I know it will hold. It's just, it's fucking unsettling, man. So I guess it's maintained by those guys. I wonder if I can get a drink here. Do you do cafe sữa? Sữa? Yeah. What a place for coffee, eh? By the way, as a bit of context, the highway is right there. So for people of the community on that little peninsula, this is the quickest way to get to the highway. God damn. Right, find somewhere to park. Oh, probably should have parked over there. What's up, dog? You're a really long dog.
Con đi vô cái hang rồi.
So this is Mang Lang Church. Am I saying that right? Mang Lang Church, yeah. This is the birthplace of Saint Andrew of Hoi An, which is this province. Also houses, which is not locked, the preserved copy of oldest known copy of Vietnamese scripture. people are drying shit on the road again. I guess the weather is nice. Gotta watch out for those. In Jesus, and when I die. Holy mother of views. Literally every town I've stopped at since leaving Ho Chi Minh City. At about 5 o'clock, all the locals come out. They come to the beach. And they're out here until about 30 minutes after the sun goes down. Sun's technically down right now, so there's still a little bit of light left. This is my favorite part of the day, honestly. I don't really care to go swimming or anything myself, it's just kind of nice. Seeing life. Big thing for my trip currently has been the idea of if I find a city that I like, I just stay for a couple of weeks if I wanted to. But right now, I'm still kind of thinking like that, but I shouldn't. Because the road trip is the experience, not the city lives. If that makes sense. Anyway, I can feel my luggage literally sliding off to one side, so I should probably stop here and have a look. Let's see. Yep, it's sliding off to the right. I also want to, see all the sights, right? Anyway, it's always a bit of a conundrum when you kind of have a goal to meet, and I have a time limit. I've liked this town. It's a good balance of like small town, but still lots of like good infrastructure. So anyway, today's goal, 200 kilometers. I'm gonna try and stop every here and there. There's a few like historical sites I want to hit. There's a few Cham towers on the way that I've seen on the maps, but I'm wondering if I really need to stop at them, because they all kind of look the same. So like the Cham is like the ancient civilization of Vietnam. But Vietnamese people are not necessarily Cham people, they're actually Dai Vet people who was up north and they moved down south. And with that southward movement came the sort of the end of the Cham people, but their remains remain. I'm great with words, aren't I? But I've already seen so many Cham sites, I'm just kind of wondering if I really need to see another one. We'll see, maybe that will make for a good stopping point, because they'll have like refreshments and stuff there as well usually. I've actually left kind of early today. It's about 6:30 right now. Like I left early, especially for me. I spent too many nights just like staying up till 10, watching traffic on the side of the road with a cup of iced tea in my hand. So my sleeping schedule is kind of messed up. So I just really want to log some miles while the weather is bearable. It's also meant to be raining a little bit in the afternoon today. There's a big load of clouds gathering up north. And guess where I'm going? To the north. Who stops on the fucking crest of a hill? Holy shit. Oh, okay, you know what? This calms me down. The view calms me down. So here's my interpretation of the three lanes on a Vietnamese highway. Okay. The far left lane is for trucks, buses, transport vans, cars, literally anything that's not on two wheels. The middle lane, if you can call it that, is for passing. So if you're on the far left lane, you use the middle lane to pass whoever's in front of you, the far left lane. The right lane, or the shoulder lane, as I call it, is for quite a few things actually. Bicycles, people walking, oncoming traffic, yes, there's plenty of those. It's also used for parking, what else? Yeah, and if you want to pass someone on the shoulder lane, you also do it in the middle lane. I think that's why riding in Vietnam's actually been way more tiring than I thought it would be. Because you have so much more to look out for than back home. You know, back home you look out for gravel, you look out for moss on the road, you look out for that bright thing in the sky blinding you around the corner. But here, you got oncoming traffic, people doing work on the side of the road, just randomly parked vans and trucks and other motor vehicles on the right. Dogs, I forgot about dogs. Yeah, sleeping dogs on the side of the road too. Oh hey, I'm just passing the wooden bridge and the coffee shop now. Let's see, I thought about doing the wooden bridge again today, but I think I made the right choice doing it with a bare bike. It's a lot of luggage on this thing, you know? Oh, my arch nemesis, slight uphill. Oh my god, this smells fucking rancid. That shit has to cause accidents, right? Like, whoa. It's pretty cool. Oh. Just like pull up here. It does have a pretty damn good view. And the lady speaks English. That looks good. That's your fuel measuring. I don't know if they were actually open or if they're just feeding me because I walked in. Oh. It's like stir-fried rice. I'll eat up and be right back on the road. It's about 8:30. We've clocked about 50 kilometers. Still plenty to go. But I'll probably find somewhere to sit and drink for a little bit because, my god, it's tiring. It's so tiring. 150 more kilometers to go. Day is heating up, but the heat from the asphalt isn't lethal yet. What's lethal is getting fucking bugs in my eye. Jesus Christ. Is that a cow? That's a cow. one of many highway bypasses. I'll have to do DT QR. Lots of uphill, lots of beautiful roadside views, and lots of country. Very poor road surface available. Hello. I imagine off in the distance, I can see a bunch of skyscrapers. Presumably is Queen On. That was going to be my stop today originally, but I've decided to push past it. It's only about 100-kilometer distance, and if I do 100 kilometers every time I have a transit day, I'm never getting to Hanoi. So, found a cafe called The Sound. It's ran out of a defunct resort. Like those resort buildings aren't a thing anymore. It's a pretty cool spot actually. It's gorgeous here. Yep, I see Queen On right there. I think I'm realizing what makes the Vietnamese road trip a little tougher on the body than the, Thailand I could clock 500k in a day and it's still alright. Same with Indonesia, Malaysia. It's the lack of refrigerated, that's not the right way to put it. It's the lack of AC in any of these other Southeast Asian countries. You literally go anywhere and you can't be more than 5 minutes away from a very well air-conditioned 7-Eleven or a McDonald's or a, somewhere that's aggressively air-conditioned that you go in and you literally feel cold. The unfortunate part about Vietnam is that things like 7-Eleven and like refrigerated convenience stores, even Vinmarts, which is owned by the Vin Group, which is a major business conglomerate in Vietnam, they're not everywhere. You go to a small town, you won't see a 7-Eleven or a Family Mart or a GS25 or any of those, right? You'll see a tap hoa, a traditional convenience store. It will have no air conditioning. Some of them barely have refrigerated drinks. Then you stop at these cafes and they have a fan for you, that's about it. So I think that's what's made it really hard, because especially in Thailand, I could kind of reset myself, if you will. Like my heat level rises, I can reset it and then I'll be good for another hour, that sort of thing. I do appreciate there's a cafe every 5 minutes though, so you can always stop whenever you feel like. It's a pretty big town, huh? I'm fairly certain it's a city. It's a pretty big city. The train just runs through the middle of town. got some fuel. I'm just gonna take a 5-minute rest. One of the gas stations here ever sell refreshments? I don't get it. It's the biggest intersection I've seen in my life. It's kind of scary how open it is. Let us a nice cloudy day. Quite windy, helping with the heat management for sure. Oh my god, I feel so exposed. So why is there gravel on the middle of the road? Hello, my traction loves that. Pretty luscious looking sand dunes, eh? Okay. You definitely can't make it out because of the focal point, but is that the right one? The focal distance? No, 15 mil. Anyway, just past those windmills, there's a statue of the Buddha in the side of the mountain. Thinking about having a bit of a rest. That seems pretty good. It's been about an hour since the cafe. Oh my god, look at those stairs. Oh. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Normally I'd be all for walking up there, but I don't want to die of like heat stroke. Oh my god, it's like so uncovered. There's quite a few other structures here. There's a big pagoda over there. Seems to be like a bronze statue of some sort over there. It's pretty cool. Oh, there's a comic wheel, or the Dharma's wheel. This is a really cool temple. Yeah, I love all the little structures embedded into the side of the rocky mountain. This place screams make a day out of it for me. Come nice and early, go up to the statue, walk around a fair bit. So the nice thing right now is that I'm at about, well, actually even past the halfway point. I've done about 120 Ks. The downside right now is that now it's getting to the hardest part of the day. So I either choose to stop until basically golden hour in the evening, which is not happening, or I ride in the heat, which is happening. Gently. Alright. Oh, it's a memorial. I was right, there's another statue. I mean, it's got nothing to do with the temple. It's like some sort of Vietnam War memorial. Yeah, so I just keep going for a while, find somewhere to have lunch. Ideally on the right side of the road, because that means I'll be able to look at the sea while I have something to eat. For the last little bit, my luggage has been feeling, I can feel the luggage with my back, and it's not setting like it used to. I need to pull over. Okay, I don't think I can hold this off much longer. I can feel it sliding and sliding. I wanted some shade, but almost trying to repeat the tragedy of the first day. Up you go, you bastard! What's wrong today, though? Because I did it the exact same way as last time, and it was fine last time. More tighter, the better, right? Wherever I do end up stopping at, I'm just gonna have to have a good look at that. So, yeah, man, I refuse to leave all my gear on the side of a Vietnamese road. That seems like a bad move on my end. Man, look at this perfectly straight road that literally horizons out. Is like drag racing really popular in Vietnam? Like illegal drag racing? I'll be damned if it isn't. Okay, so this is white fish salad. I'm actually not sure what to expect out of this. Apparently this fish is native to the region, like South Vietnam. But it's, you're meant to put a bunch of greens, as is tradition with any Vietnamese food, I feel. Some pineapples and mango and cucumber. And here's the star of the show, this white fish. Apparently it doesn't taste fishy at all. The big thing is that it's raw fish. And I don't know about raw fish, but I should have wet this rice paper first. We'll give it a go. There's also this like, it tastes like peanut. Is it a peanut-based sauce? I don't know. I'm gonna give it a go. Apparently it's a south and central delicacy of some sort. Can't really taste the fish, actually. But this is actually really nice. So, get your veggies in. A slice of cucumber makes Mecca be happy. Oh, I want more veggies. Now a little bit of pineapple. The tanginess is perfect. And this fish, I can't even taste the fish. But these are tiny fish. Like slightly bigger than whiteback. Anyways. Roll them in. And then dip it in the sauce. Pretty good spot. This place was nice. Felt like a proper local spot. I tried a new dish I might not be able to have again because I'm nearly at the end of Central Coast, or what's considered Central Coast, I guess. Probably have about 2 more hours of riding in me at best, I reckon. Alright, let's go. I think Juan means like a drinking spot. Every time I've seen that word being used, there's lots of booze on the menu. man, hold up. Hold the fuck up. I have to pass that. There's someone behind me. They're not being too aggressive. Bike coming the other way. 대우 중공업. That's a Korean. 불착. That's the old. I don't know why. It's just funny saying Korean, man. You know, my one of my earliest dreams as a kid was to be an operator or a heavy equipment operator. Oh man. I mean, I still like them. I think they're cool. Hydraulics are fun to work with, but this is all I do when I ride. I talk to myself a lot, just watch the environment, and also like sing. And can't go more than a day without some off-roading in Vietnam, eh? I actually heard someone mention it once. You should expect at least 10 minutes of non-standard pavement riding per day in Vietnam. I was like, that's a very specific number. That kind of makes sense. See? Non-pavement riding. This kind of reminds me of some of the mountain villages. I guess, I mean, this is still very much coastal, but like, yeah, kind of nestled into the mountains. Some nice rice paddies. Some people driving cars down roads that probably shouldn't even have cars. Man, I thought I was gonna get Looney Tunes style hit in the face with a letter. Is that Looney Tunes? Is that more like, I don't know, slapstick comedy? Chaplin? Okay. Just realized temperature has dropped significantly. It is meant to rain today. I was hoping it would rain after I got to wherever I want to stop. The rain can be the reason I stop. I'm not seeing thick patches of clouds though. Like, those are relatively thin white clouds. A temperature drop means convection rain coming very soon. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but that's been my experience. I can't quite smell rain yet, so I think we're alright. Holy fuck. I think the worst thing about this bike, it actually fits me really well, right? Like, my elbows are parallel to the road surface. I'm not too cramped, especially if I don't have the luggage on the back. My sitting position, my legs, my heels are just behind my knees, which is what I prefer. I don't like cruiser style sittings. It's all really good, right? Well, the only downside is that, first of all, because of that heel toe shifter, if I stand up to relieve the pressure on my ass, it's like, I can tell you, I've been complaining a lot about my ass, and it's very much justified. I can't stand without downshifting, not comfortably anyway, and I have to basically do half a squat, which kind of defeats the purpose of standing, to stretch a little. So that's literally the only downside. If this is not a definition of a small fishing village, I don't know what is. these buildings on the left look like they were torn. Huh. What is it? Oh, it's a solar farm. It's a gigantic solar farm. I've never seen one this close. I mean, that part is pretty much just desert, so I guess that makes sense, but I wonder if the buildings back there were torn down for this. Hoping there's a fuel station soon. I've decided that below half is when I fill up now. I don't need to add to my list of anxieties, okay? Time to press on. Ah! I feel like I'm gonna become fused with this seat. Ah. Here we go now. Perfect, comes with a free water crossing. Well, or a bypass. Look, my pants aren't waterproof, okay? My boots are, but my pants aren't. Lovely. Good thing my helmet is a visor. Luckily, I don't have to try and overtake him. First of all, the bike simply can't. Two, he's a bit of a shield when a car comes around the corner, cutting the corner into my lane. See? And they crash into him, not me. Mind you, this hill is like so steep, I'm in my first gear. Not sure if I should shift up. The engine's like redlining, but it's also like barely making it up, so... I thought it was steep going up, but apparently it's the same gradient on the way down. Why is the road like this? Do they hate safety? Oh, I think he's a bird watcher. He had binocs and everything. That's cool. Full camo bird watching. So on Google Maps, this seems really steep. So a lot of hairpin corners here. 10%, perfect. That's exactly the percentage the last one that I was complaining about was. So, I guess I'm just rolling up in first gear. Must be fucking nice. A few people have passed me, and they've all looked at me like I'm a bit special. Probably because I am a bit special, trying to go up this very, very steep mountain pass with a 50cc. Hey, I mean, at this speed, I can't overcook a corner. But seriously, this is what happens when I go up a gear. Just listen to the bike. Listen to her. She's suffering. grocery bin. A fuel station. Yes. Or at least I think it's a fuel station. Okay. It's about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It's closer to 3 than 2, I think. I think what I want to do is probably stop at this town. I think it's a city, but this is like a seaside satellite town. Alright, so we're looking for a tall building that stands out from the surrounding buildings. A sign that says Nyani or Tachisan or Tachisan. One of those two. One means homestay, the other one means hotel. And whichever one I find is where I'm gonna go kick my feet up. Because the clouds have gone. It did not rain, thank God it did not rain. However, it's now hot. And I've done about 200 kilometers now. And I think that's enough. Okay, the riding, it just felt so good. So I took a little stop on the side of the road to just have a look at the map and see, is it feasible for me to just keep riding to the next spot? And realistically speaking, the next city to stop at will be Binsan, and that's like another 2.5 hours of riding. It's already 4 o'clock. I don't think I can do a whole another 2.5 hours of riding into the darkness. Like, there will be proper, the sun goes down at 6, like 6:10, 6:08, roughly. So, I'd rather not ride in the dark if I can. Which flight is it, doggy? There it is. Let's see if they have a room. Oh wow. It's really beachfront. It's pretty cool reception. No one's at reception. So hopefully I can get someone's attention. Hello! It's not bad. It was $250 a night, which is really cheap for beachfront property. Mind you, there's a thimble of a window, but that's okay. I can put up with that for a couple of nights. No TV, but I don't think I've ever used a hotel room TV in my entire life. They do have a plant and a clean looking bathroom. Looks good to me. I'm gonna have a shower and then devise a plan for dinner and evening activities. Maybe get a gui dao, as is tradition, or a massage, because my lower back hurts like hell. Today's ride went really well, because it was a slight overcast day all day. Did get a little bit of anxiety about whether or not it was gonna rain, but that's that. It didn't rain, and that's the only important part, what actually happened. This town is also too small to have a VP bank, so I have to go somewhere that charges me stupid fees. Alright, Cashew ATM, you win this round. This does seem like a very, very local town. Like, I think it's only big because it's on the main highway. Or otherwise, there's like, this might be the localest town I will be staying in, potentially. 714 kilometers to Ho Chi Minh from here. Holy, we've done a lot. We've done a lot. Well, I'm just gonna find somewhere to eat. I'm hungry. Boko! Yes! I haven't had beef stew in quite some time. That looks great. I'm gonna begin. And apparently there's a spa place right there, so maybe I'll try that. We'll see. So yeah, did end up getting a hair wash. Very cheap, 25K. I think the cheapest I've ever paid was 40. And she did face, hair, and like a very basic neck massage. How? It's like 45 minutes of someone's time. Anyway, this place does come alive a little bit more at night time. It's a bit more booming. And my hotel has completely password-free Wi-Fi, which is wild to me. I picked up a few things, some snacks, some drinks, and I use those up, cozy up. I had a look on the map yesterday, and this town really has not much going for it at all. Well, I mean, it's still a city. It's the definition of a highway stopover. The only thing I could find of interest was like the sea, the beach, and the sands. I don't mind though. Like I've got a day here, a full day here, and to me that just sounds like I get to chill. Have some coffee by the beach, go look at the sea, and go sit on the sands and relax in my hotel room. Because like that's all I really need. Anyway, so the bike doesn't want to start. It was running for a second and then it died. It got me from the corner of the courtyard to here. I think the float bowl is just flooded. I actually need to turn off that tap when I park it at night. I think the vacuum shutoff is probably dead and the float bowl's flooded. So I'm just gonna let it dry, basically. Give it a couple of minutes and then it should fire back up. Fingers crossed. Yeah, see? Just needed a second. I just need to run it a little hot for a couple of minutes. And that will really just kind of clear everything out. I've noticed that the fuel gauge dips a little overnight, more so than I would expect. So I suspect that's the reason. Okay, so I kept seeing these on bikes from like delivery drivers and stuff, and I got really jealous because like, look, at my heart, I'm a big hydro homie, you know? I love water. Everybody should drink more water. And I wasn't drinking enough water because every time I carry water on the bike, it just gets hard. Okay, it gets grossly hard. So I bought an insulated bottle for 70,000 so I could carry ice water around. Hopefully it serves me well. I gotta wash it out first, but I'll keep you updated on how that thing serves me. Alright, gave it a quick wash in the hotel sink, and then I rinsed it out extra with a bowl of Dasani. Don't judge me, okay? That is the cheapest bowl of water that I can find. And it is made by Hoi An. Supposedly these guys are the country's premier plastics manufacturer. It's a pretty thick wall, like the wall is that thick. That's not a very good point of reference here. I'm gonna pop out to the nearest Tapcoa, like a traditional convenience store, and then go and find some ice. I just want to try it out. It's really, really bloody hot. I think I picked the right day to go and do my big ride yesterday. Oh, gee, that's a beauty, isn't it? Supposedly there's some cafes down that way, so I'll head out there in the evening. But right now I'm thinking I get some ice, I snuggle up with my new chili bin. Oh yeah, sounds pretty good to me. There should be a Tapcoa somewhere down here. Ideally they all sell ice. I mean, come on. Alright, mission successful. I asked the guy for da. He had no idea what I was talking about because my tonal speaking in Vietnamese are, well, at best dog shit, at worst just shit. And so I just showed him the Google Translate and he's like, oh, yeah, here, I'll give you a whole bag of it. And then I showed him the cooler, so he brings out a smaller bag that's some other people have already taken some ice out of, which is perfectly fine by me because I don't need all that ice. And of course, what does he do? He smashes it on the ground because it's all stuck together. So yeah, I bought a bowl of water from him. Now I have like 4 liters of water in my room, which is great because I'm gonna kind of pre-hydrate myself. I don't know why I wrote down there. I just like writing on the sand. It's fun. Except for all the times I complain about it. It's fun on a light bike. But when you add a bunch of extra weight to it, it's not so fun. This is perfect, as I don't know what liter this was till now. I think it's about 2 liters because it will fit a whole 1.5 liter water and also a bunch of ice. So that's perfect. This is the most interesting thing I've found in this town so far. You know, you gotta love the morning beach. It's too hot for anybody to be out and about in the morning. So it's nice and quiet. You got the birds and the sound of the waves all to yourself. Fortunately, none of the drink stores are open, but there is a banh mi opla place just a little bit down the ways. I would say breakfast, but if I'm being honest, I've actually had 1 meal already. So technically lunch, but it's more of a snack. I just come to one of these shelters that like the restaurants out here use. It's the morning, so nobody really cares that I'm just kind of sitting on my bike eating a banh mi. There's worse crimes in human history than that. There we go. Found the afternoon before sunset hangout spot for the locals. Perfect. I just got myself some sausage to eat while I watch the sea turn red. There's some decent off-roading around these parts, so it's all just soft sand right along the beach. This is definitely the least crowded beach I've been to say that for certainty. Like last place I stopped there, you'd see it packed full all the way around. But it's just where the coffee shops and the dinner places are. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. Does that little path go all the way across the whole length of the beach? I think it does. That's not bad for dinner / sunset. Watching a snack guy. So apparently this is a real treat. They like drain the egg and whisk it together and then fill it back in and then boil it or something. It's really peppery. Interesting. So a little bit of an update. I used to have the front straps come off of here, and I suspect that this is what's actually causing the issues with the bag getting loose over time, because it's on the swing arm, so this thing moves up and down, right? So I've got it here, which is probably very hard to see, and hopefully that means it won't slide around. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. Today I've got two options, right? I can either make my entire journey to Hoi An today, which is roughly 200 kilometers, and it's unfortunately mostly highway, which just kind of sucks. Should be pretty standard day. Let's see if turning the petcock off overnight made a difference. I'm just gonna head north along the highway, mostly because there's not really any fancy extra coastal routes that I can take for this one. I'm gonna head north. I'm gonna stop at a tap hoa for some water and ice. Stop for some fuel somewhere. Right, that feels actually much nicer. So apparently mollusks can develop histamines. You know, the things that give you allergies or allergic reactions if they're stored above 4 degrees before being cooked. And last night I had a bucket of mollusks, like a literal bucket of apple snails, sea snails. And I'm not allergic to anything, so my money's on I had some sort of histamine poisoning. I couldn't sleep last night. I had the shits, sorry. This is literally the only time of the day that this part of town is like what I would call busy, maybe except dinner time. Because that's where the market is, so I think everybody just getting, materials for the day. Other than that, yeah, sleepy little town. I had a pretty good rest, just sitting around at the beach and watching the waves. It's one of my favorite pastimes, along with watching the trees in the wind and watching paint dry. Oh, that's the first time I've seen the train here. Go straight, yeah. Wait, where the wait, which way am I meant to go here? This intersection doesn't make any sense. Do I go right or do I go left? There's clearly no. Wait, what? That's. Oh, wait, no, I need to go right because there's that do not enter sign. I'm so confused. I'm just gonna like pretend to not see the light and see what the lady behind me does. Never mind, she didn't move. Guess I'll just go here. But I hope I'm going the right way. I don't know, my gut's telling me go on the right. Okay, he went on the right. Because, yeah, okay, left is oncoming traffic. I would have killed myself. Okay. Cool? I don't know, I'm so confused. Okay, I might have pulled off a really stupid turn, but this seems interesting. I don't know where I am, as always. This just seems like a fun place to have a little bit of a zoomy around and go back. I just need to keep following the highway, so apparently it's called Dam An Ken? And yeah, it's dammed up. It's not connected to the sea by a small strip of sand. I'm not sure if it's salt water or fresh water. I presume fresh water because of all the grass. It's pretty cool. I wonder if it's the start of a land wreck operation or something. I don't know. Okay, moving the straps has actually made a big difference. The luggage actually feels really stable now. I didn't do this previously because, well, I kind of couldn't put the straps up there before I had the seat removed. And I don't think this would be that big of a problem, but thinking about it now, this type of cam buckle, it doesn't come loose under tension. So every time the the suspension, the swing arm went up, it relieved that tension, and because of vibrations, it loosened. Alright, breakfast of champions, some pho. Let's eat up and then keep moving. that entire bottle, and they were happy for me to do it for free. So that's really nice. I think I made it just in time here, by the way. So we're just starting to pull in the outdoor tables to the inside. So a lot of the food shops here, they're open very, very early in the morning, like even 4:30, and they're open till about 10. And then, I mean, there are some that are open all the way through, but a lot of them will have a big break in the middle of the day. So you just gotta be careful that you're not caught in sort of a limbo of food stores, and that you can actually find something to eat. I actually struggled in the last town because there really wasn't much open during like the bright light of day. Goodbye, another highway town I shall never learn the name of. Another town just on the stretch of highway. It's quite fascinating because like pretty much the entire highway, the main highway from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi, is essentially populated. My bike just started swerving side to side, like really bad. Ah, for fuck's sakes! I can feel it. My rear tire's popped. Are you serious? You're shitting me, right? I just got off the highway. There's no... Yep. She's fuckered, alright? Son of a... It has to happen in the middle of fuck all. Okay, I can't patch that myself. I need to find a Suzy, a motorcycle mechanic, like as soon as possible. I'm just gonna go at literal walking pace. There's a Suzy about 4 minutes away from there. This does not feel good. This is fucking terrible. Holy shit. Okay. Maybe I asked this guy just put a new fucking tube in. Cause like, that tube is just cursed at this point. Right, what is this? The third puncture on the same week? Come on! I don't know if I should be just pushing the bike. I don't want to, it's too hard. This thing's feeling worse and worse. There's still like a kilometer to go. Oh, yeah, fuck. The tires come off the rim. Yeah, I'm not too far from doing rim damage, I reckon. I don't have much of a choice. I hate doing this, but I don't have much of a choice. I just have to cry about it. Oh my god, this feels so terrible. I can just feel like, I'm pretty sure that bump that I'm feeling is a tire riding on the tire valves. Oh my god. Still a whole kilometer away. I think I need to walk this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna walk it because I'm the heaviest thing on the bike. Oh my god. What a fucking legend. What a nice mechanic. That's the best mechanic I've ever met. Like, even in New Zealand. He even got me a cold bottle of water for me to drink. So I find this so funny, right? I just cracked up. So Google Translate voice mode just doesn't really work very well, especially for Vietnamese for some reason. Or at least when I when I let people use my phone to translate their Vietnamese into English. And Vietnamese is also a bit funny because, like, the speedometer cable is the exact same word or words, I guess, as wrist strap for a watch. Which I guess it makes sense because a speedometer counts, and a clock counts, and a cable is a cable, and a strap is also technically a really wide cable, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, he started using Gemini on his phone, just typing in Gemini and showing me the English translations. Anyway, he seemed like a good sort, so I kind of joked. He told me I needed a new tube, which I agree with because the old tube looked like it'd been through 2 wars and at least a single famine. And I joked with him through Google Translate that that's probably a good thing because I was starting to think the tube was cursed, given it got 3 punctures in 1 week. Actually, 3 punctures in the course of roughly 5 days. So, and he had a pretty good chuckle. So, anyway, he assured me that it's pretty normal to get a nail or two in the tire going down the highway in Vietnam. And yeah, I kind of get that. There's a lot of debris on the road, and the walls on these tires are not exactly thick to really deflect anything. Anyway, we march on at the speed of 50 k's an hour. Well, luckily, and knock on plastic, I guess, I don't get the flat while I'm out and about, like in the mountains or like what do you call it? On the coastal roads, because there's no mechanics there. Another truck stop town, as I've begun to call them. Supposedly, if I go down this way, there's a beach slash the coastal road. Stopping for a quick minute break in this palm tree shade. Starting to think this isn't making much of a difference. I mean, I bet it is. I bet it's actually keeping me cool. Because it's like 3D mesh underneath that cover. Oh, Google Maps, you shouldn't have. I just saw that statue of Guan Yin. I'm headed that way anyway, so I guess I'm checking it out. I kept seeing it over rooftops. Okay, a quick roadside stop. But apparently, she's the biggest, tallest Buddha statue in all of Southeast Asia, which I would believe. I've seen some big ones in Thailand, but nothing as big as that, especially not a standing one. I was gonna go up there, but I took a wrong turn in the roundabout, and yeah, I don't really want to do a whole U-turn and go back, and I just got press on, but I think it's just as impressive looking at it from down here. I mean, even if I went up there, like, what would I do? Look up. I'm nearly at Bin Sun. It's only about 11. So I actually think I'm just gonna keep going. Like, just keep pressing on. I think I can press on. Like, if I can, I just want to get to Hoi An today, because that's my midpoint, and like, yeah, I want to get to my midpoint. And I genuinely don't think there's much else than this and the beach, which I've seen a lot of in Bin Sun, for me to see. Also, I get that insulation isn't like a new thing or anything, but this thing is fucking magic. The water in here is still cold. And this has been in the searing sun with me for the last, I don't know, like 3 hours. Okay, some fuel for myself before we do hit the next side. Can't even speak anymore. Oh man. It's roughly 100 kilometers to Hoi An. So 2 hours if I haul ass, like really haul ass. It's noon right now. As I've alluded to before, today is a really freaking hot day. If I go past Bin Sun now, there's not really a decent place to stop. So I've gotta like make up my mind. Well, I mention how far it is because it's not quite the hottest part of the day yet, because the concrete takes the time to heat up. The hottest part of the day is not noon, it's usually about 2 to 3. And then that continues, like, I would say at least 1 to 4 is like, I don't even want to be outside heat for most things. Ice water helps a lot, but there's like a limit to things, you know? That's why I'm hesitant to just like push past Bin Sun, but I think that's for the best. It just kind of reminds me of the South Island in New Zealand. Long stretches of fuckhole. Never mind, there's some stuff here. These like lotus farms? Bin Sun. Well, I'm actually in Bin Sun. The township's just up ahead. Well, I thought I could do maybe another hour in the settle as I am now. But no. No way. I'll get myself killed. Like my brain, I can't fucking think straight. I am tired, naked. Whatever the other words are. I think as soon as I find a cafe, I sit down and just like relax for an hour so I can ride for another hour. Yeah, here we go. I think this is Binsan proper. Not bad across the road actually. You don't often see air-conditioned cafes on the roadside. It's a pretty big win. Holy mother of rain. That's a lot of rain. Glad I'm not over there. As I get to more and more and more populous areas, the heavy vehicle density is kind of getting out of hand. It also doesn't help that like I'm doing a highway run. I should be off the main highway soon, but it's still gonna be a fucking highway. Ah, yes! Let's get the hell off the main highway. Hopefully there won't be so many trucks on this one. What's that? Oh yeah, 57 Ks. Okay. 1 hour. He didn't even beep to let me know he was passing. Safe travels.
Okay.
Well, that was really cute. They saw my rear tire was a little flat, so they topped it up for me. It was really nice of them. If I had this bike for, well, permanently, I would do what they're doing. Put a little tire puncture kit here. This is perfect spot to store like a spare tube, an electric pump, and then so on, right? When they pulled me over, I thought, oh my fucking kitty god, do I have another fucking puncture? No, it turns out my tire is just a bit flat. Oh yeah, that actually does ride pretty nicely. Oh yeah, 34 kilometers. Okay. I feel like feeling a little bit more relieved. And I'm getting there sort of early enough that I can walk into a couple of hotels and they can say no and I can go to a different one. Okay, I feel like I've been on this road for like half an hour already. It's the longest stretch of road in Vietnam I've ever seen with like the least amount of shade. Guys, come on. Somebody to stop for 5 minutes and like restart my music and drink some tea. That tea is still cold, by the way, somehow. Oh, holy shit, I'm about to run out of fuel. Wasn't even paying attention to that. I just figured I'd get to Hoi An before that runs out. I'm gonna take a breather, because I'm like pretty tapped out about now. It's a very small patch of shade. But I just need to be off the seat for like 2 minutes before I continue on. There's still 43 minutes of riding in this desert. Like seriously, it's sand, it's desert. Yep, Hoi An's gonna seem like a absolute oasis after this. And you just camp out here. I have a hammock. And like, wait, no, this is like right by a graveyard. No, probably not. Is there no gas stations along this road? It's been literally nothing on both sides for like, I swear, for hours. Eons have passed and I'm still on this fucking road with nothing on either side. And there's been an occasional cafe Mangdi or something like that, but like, it must be some sort of like amusement thing because there's a lot of cars here. Oh, here. Ben Wonders. Oh, right, so yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on. It's far from the worst thing I've thrown at you. Oh, buddy, it's right here. Alright, 60,000, which is about as much as it will fit. So that tells me I definitely used as much as I could. I'm gonna take a short break before I continue. I'm beat. Okay, so apparently there's no room available here. I guess I'm just gonna go to some other one I find. there's lots of like villas and hotels around this region, around this area in particular. So we'll see. We'll see if anybody can get me a room. We'll see. I guess Hoi An is really crowded right now because got this room for 3 nights and he can't tell me whether or not I can possibly stay for even longer. He said 3 nights, maybe more. We'll see how that goes. Well, I like this place. The guy's really nice and he told me a good massage place because he told me he also has back issues. I think I'm developing one. And I'm probably gonna go ask the missus whether or not there's a good going out place here for to wash my hair. Best massage ever, and also dirt cheap. Don't judge me. This was pretty much tradition back home after a long ride. I've gone like 10 days on eating like bunda or something or pho something or I just needed this. I'm not making excuses, okay? Hair wash. That blind massage is absolutely amazing and so cheap. 150,000 for 1 hour. And the guy has the grip strength. Yeah. What a long bloody ride it's been up to Hoi An. Unfortunately, I don't plan to stay here very long. I think I'm gonna move on to Huey pretty quick. It's like, there's nothing for me to really see here because I've been here twice already. That's all. I'm gonna enjoy some Western and tourist amenities while I'm here. I'm gonna eat this and pass out in my hotel room under some air conditioning. That sounds really good. Oh, you really want to lie there? So that's the spark plug that came out. Looks like it hasn't been changed since the bike was new. Air filter was completely toasted too. So the front wheel bearings completely seized on both sides, which is amazing. It made it this far. Yeah, so I should have checked the bike a bit more careful before coming halfway across Vietnam. Can you hear that? He just punched at the rear wheel bearings and they spin, but you could feel the balls rattle around in there, which you're not meant to. And if I push the middle, it moves side to side, which is, yeah. So, I guess I'm doing a bit of an overhaul while I'm in Hoi An. I'm kind of glad I asked them to open everything up, because both front and rear wheel bearings are seized. The spark plug looks like it's the original from when the bike was made, so does the goddamn air filter. That thing was black, okay? And they start sort of yellowish. And so yeah, he told me to go away for 2 hours and come back, which is fine because I'm just gonna grab some breakfast, maybe a drink, and then go back. Picked up some tea for my new friends. I know they're not like giving me a discount or anything, but it's a super hot day. They could use it. Well, that was really good. So, yeah, he probably did charge me a little extra. Oh my god, the bike literally feels different. Holy shit, that rear wheel squeak is gone. Oh my god. You know, I have noticed that this thing kind of bogged down after like the first few days. And I just kind of wore it off as like, maybe I'm just getting used to the bike. But no, actually feels different. That means I am ready to go all the way to Hanoi. You know how I like precarious motorcycle routes? This is one of them. Last time I was in Hoi An, I wanted to try this. Just want to see if there's traffic going from my direction before I jump on and get myself killed. Yep, I've witnessed a few bikes going from my direction. And yep, this feels exactly like how it probably sounds. I gotta say, nowhere as exciting as that wooden bridge though. Just doesn't have the imminent danger feel. 10 out of 10, would do again. Probably will on the way back to the hotel. In fact, I don't have anything in particular I want to see here. I just wanted to ride the bridge. Oh hey, look, bridge part 2. By the way, this is metal grating. Not even grating. It's just welded metal. So you're kind of shit out of luck when it rains. This is my favorite part of central Vietnam. The rice paddy fields and roads that are too narrow for a car and a bike. Okay, so I know it's nothing amazing, but I'm in third gear going uphill, hitting 40. So I'm starting to think that those seized and loose bearings were sapping a lot of my potential power. See, fourth gear now. I mean, I'm still not gonna set any land speed records, but I was definitely losing a lot of horsepower to that. Holy cow. That makes this bike feel a lot different. 20 minutes out of Old Town is this Cham Tower, which is apparently very, very, very not frequented by anybody, including maintenance teams. I just didn't realize there were some so close to center. I know there's Mison or Maison. Well, someone comes to offer offerings and incense. I've been to Mison, it's quite magnificent. This here is quite a... I would say this is actually more intact than some of the ones in Mison. It's the one in Mison that was bombed to hell and back. If I go any further, I smell bats. I'll leave the bats alone. Not fond of rabies, you know? Yeah, cool little tower, cool little ride. Not much else out here, to be honest. It's like so hot. It's unbelievably hot. According to the mechanic, it gets a little cooler as you go past Hue. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully he didn't just tell me that and neglect to mention all the rain that might come with it. I don't know. Pretty sure this is a no-car bridge.
Run your market.